I know it's late. We'll see if anybody shows up. Well, there's one somebody showing up. Thank you. Who we got there? Second one must be Jason. That gum, 5 of you's right quick. Who we got? Y'all talk to me now. Oh, Wyoming. What's up, guy? Yeah, you're a tramp. I know you are, Jay. Let's see here. Do that. Let's do the live chat. There we go. Oh, no, I don't want that nonsense. Hey, Adco, what's going on, bro? Adco 59. Was you born in 59? That same year I was born. I'm just kicking back at the house. Had a good dinner. Ah, cool. 59 is a good model. Doctor's got me on a new diet, thank you very much. Oh, Grandma made me a sugar-free cake. Yeah. Your birthday, you're officially 18 now, right? Plus about 45. Oh. We got playing in the kitchen. Made up some boudin balls, some boudin sausage balls actually. Did up some egg noodles and a little bit of a brown gravy with them. Damn, that was some good eating. Oh. Well, thank you, sir. Ain't my birthday, it's Jay's birthday. But I'll have one here in a few months. Tanya, what's up? It was good, actually. For my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing, by the way. I guess y'all seen that live stream with me and Jim Dunn and Trucker Jim. That was a pretty fun little visit. A little bit chaotic. They both bounce off the walls, one worse than the other. But it was fun stuff. Yeah. Now, Jim Dunn, he'd been driving for quite a while. It just wasn't OTR. He was a local driver down there around Little Rock. And he gave me a call, all excited about being with Trucker Jim. And told me where they was. They was coming through Houston, and that's where I was running at today. And he started telling me where they was taking a break. And I'm like, dude, I think that's where I'm going to be delivering last at. And y'all know the rest of the story. Trucker Jim seemed like a pretty nice young feller. He's a little more hyper for y'all on the videos than he was in person, but that's cool. Yeah. He didn't seem to get carried away. The big one? Yeah. That's Jim Dunn. He's a Yankee. You gotta cut him a little bit of slack. But he is all excited. He's been asking, well, y'all seen the video. He did a lot of plugs trying to get me a bunch more subscribers. So, which I'm good with what I got. The skinnier one, that's Trucker Jim. So, oh goodness. Now tomorrow, Grandma's gonna make me those Swedish meatballs she's been talking about. We got stuff today to do it. So she's gonna give that a whirl tomorrow. We're gonna make it with some wild rice. And you already know Grandma's not gonna let me videotape it with it being her first time of trying it. And this evening I debated on filming it, but to be honest with you, me and Grandma was having a good time, just us alone in the kitchen without the video or anything else. So we just kind of enjoyed cooking together and got her done. Bouncing ideas off each other. You know how we do it. What up, JJ? JJ, I'm going to be, let's see, I'm leaving Sunday, going up yonder Monday, probably Tuesday. If I'm not in Baton Rouge, I'll be real close to it. So we can see about hooking up again, possibly. Also, my son thinks he has it set up where you guys can download your cooking videos. So we need somebody to do a video and contact me and Little Joe, and use them for a guinea pig to see if this is going to work. What he's done is somehow he's done an add-on channel to this channel, and he'll make you some kind of mediator or some nonsense, whatever it was he said. And you'll be able to download your video onto that one, and then he'll go in there and he'll do his thing, and he'll end up on one of the libraries here on this channel. But he thinks he has it worked out where you guys can do your videos. So you or damn it, I can't think my Australian guy's name. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy if I can't think his name. It's on the tip of my tongue too. Old Flatbetter, what's up? Yes, sir. I seen he sent a bunch of y'all, and I seen your comment. I commented back on you, tell me make them behave, dude. Why don't you give me an impossible thing? Tell me the last of the moon or something. Did you see how hyped up them two boys were? Shit. Oh. Jamie, what's up, brother? Well, cool day. Cool thing, Z. Well, we're going to have to see how it works out, JJ. I've got a lot of different little stuff to iron out in it. But just keep up to date on me here, and you know I'll let you know when I'm going to make it over there. Sooner or later, we're going to get to meet. And maybe we'll make a short little video. What the heck? If we can get it where I'm not in a dire hurry, you know how trucking is by now. That's all right. I don't know computers or phone links. So. Oh boy, good old physical. Oh yeah. Well, he is a little. Well, don't get me started on the red velvet. I tell you what, I don't really talk much about other truck drivers doing their videos and stuff, but when I found out that this rookie was charging people $1 a minute to call and talk to him to see if they're ready to go trucking, that just aggravated the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't got enough experience under his belt to counsel anybody on anything. I mean, that's just facts of it. And why would you be charging anyway? I can't help it. I just put mine out here to help everybody. Yeah, buddy. I got a gear shift over here, but if I grab second gear, it's going to make this camera go flying. Oh. I hear you. But yeah, I want my subscribers to go over there and check out Trucker Jim if you would. Oh, what the heck? What goes around comes around. He gave me a good plug today. I appreciated it. Oh. I need to teach him a little bit about making breakfast burritos, though. No. He makes them like he's from North Carolina or some shit. Oh, wait a minute. He is from North Carolina. Need to turn him on some chorizo. Scramble him some eggs up with that. Now there's you, and throw some cheese in there. There's a breakfast burrito for you. Get that grease running off that elbow. Oh, that's good for that diet he's on. Oh. So what's everybody doing today besides Jay's having his birthday? What was it he was drinking? Southern Comfort. Yeah, you got to take it. I have taken 34, but I could have waited until after midnight. Well, actually, I did because I didn't get a 34 in between going over and today. But I gained 4.5 hours back yesterday, and I gained over 10 hours today. But I'm gonna pull out. Oh heck, Sunday morning sometime, and I'll have a 34 in by then. I'll be fine. Heineken. Oh. Having a beer with a friend. Well, that's cool. I got some beer in the icebox in there. Me and Grandma bought a 6-pack, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. We both had a beer. We're big drinkers around here. Actually, back in the day, I used to drink a bit. I like my mixed drinks periodically, but it seems the older we get, the less we drink. Hell, we got 2 frozen daiquiris in there that we picked up because they sounded good. And we ain't touched them. They used to Calming.ca, that's Canada. Corning CA, okay. But yeah, that used to blow the kids' mind. Would have alcohol sitting around. If we bought a bottle, hell, that liable to last 2 years. That'd just drive them kids crazy. Well, why'd you buy it? Because I want to drink once in a while. Well, why'd you get that much? Because it's a good deal. It don't go bad. And as teenagers, them boys helped it not go bad. And then kept watering it down, thought they was pulling the wool over my eyes. Now I knew what was going on, but I wasn't drinking it. They was. Well, they was watering down their own stuff. So, but you know, being a parent, I wasn't smart enough to know they was getting into the hooch. Uh huh. We used to do something like that. Matter of fact, that's how I got Grandma to start backing that big truck up. She got, when I took her out and was teaching her to drive, she was very intimidated by it, just by the size of it's what intimidated her. And I had to explain to her, I said, baby, you're a Texas girl. You grew up on a farm slash ranch. Yeah? What kind of trailers did you back up? She's naming off this big old list. I said, every damn one of them is harder to back up than that big truck. So I took a couple of water jugs, 1 gallon water jugs, and a couple of soda cans, and I set them around. Is at the Petro there in just east of Kansas City out there. Dadgum, I can't think the name of it. But out there, that big old Petro. And I told her it was a Sunday, the lot was empty and was on the back of it. I said, until you can back up between them bottles right there without hitting one, We ain't going to stop this nonsense. She was right on it. She backed her right in between there, and I do it twice and we'll quit. And she did it again. I said, all right, see, you just letting the size of this rig intimidate you. Yep. Let's see. Got a question for you or your viewers and a first-time truck buyer with a chance to buy 2015 T680. The loan is 25% down. No early payoffs, what you mean there. 18% is way high. And they don't report. I'd call it a bad deal myself there, Z-Pan. I really would. That don't sound good to me at all. First off, 25% down of a truck, if it's a 2015, you're looking at a pretty pricey truck. I mean, if you're getting it for $50,000, I would be wondering why. And 25% of $50,000 is $12,500. That's crazy money for a down payment to me. And 18% interest is BS. Not being able to make early payments or pay off is BS. No, that whole deal's set up for your seller. I would run. If you're really wanting to get into truck 76.5, damn. You need to run from that one. Sorry. Go check out, oh man, my mind ain't here anymore. The Freightliner people that sell the used Freightliners, and you can buy more than just Freightliners from them. Dadgummit, what's the name of them? I was just telling someone about them the other day. But over there you can buy a truck for $1,000 down, and I guarantee you it ain't no 18% interest on it. And now I ain't talked to them in forever. When I didn't talk to them then, it was all their advertising in all the trucker magazines. What is the name of them dadgum people? Select Trucks. That's what they're called, Select Trucks. But with the buy of that, they was offering you a new set of tires, new set of batteries, and all this. You drive the truck away with what it has, because they make sure it's running and all that, and it's got their warranty, blah, blah, blah. But when your batteries go out or you wear your tires out, my understanding is you go to them and get a free set, whatever deal they got going. But Select Truck, they are a Freightliner branch, and they started it several years ago because they had so many trucks. Well, look at it. You had J.B. Hunt, Schneider, Swift, all the big companies were buying Freightliners because they were so cheap. Now you see them driving other stuff, I understand. But this was how Select Truck got started. And they just was overwhelmed with so many of these used fleet trucks. So they started Select Truck as a way to get rid of them. And like I said, they do have other trucks. They've got a website, and no, I don't make nothing off of them or none of that. I'm just trying to help you all out. But get on there, and you might find a truck elsewhere, and they'll have it brought to where you want if you work out a deal with them. But check out Select Trucks. They used to be a pretty down-to-earth, common-sense way to get your truck. Now, I don't recommend you being an owner-operator unless you've been in this game a long time and you know the way the game's played. Now, I know I was watching Trucker Jim's video of our meeting today, of our live stream, and one of his people made a comment on his, well, if this guy's such an expert, why don't he start his own company? Well, I've never called myself an expert, and I don't recollect hearing anybody call me an expert. Now, they say I'm experienced. Well, after damn near 30 years, yeah, I've probably got a little bit of experience out here, and I've probably dealt with some stuff that new drivers ain't. So, but besides that, I look at it this way. Whoever it was that made the comment, if you have a job, and sometimes when people make a comment like that, they make me really wonder if they're capable or willing to hold down a job. But if you have a job and you've been doing it for any amount of time, can you teach someone else your job? You should be able to, but let me ask you, can you teach someone else your job? Now, does that make you an expert in your job, or does that just mean you've been doing your job and you know your job? Well, that's where I'm at. I've been doing this for a long time. I know my job. Now, being that you're the expert in your job, why don't you start a factory? Or whatever you're doing, why don't you start a company? And you're assuming that I have not had a company. You would be wrong. I have been an owner operator. I have done my own deal. And I was smart enough to see that it was better off for me to not own my own truck. That was for me. But anyway, that just kind of got my goat when they said that. Well, if this guy's such an expert, I've never called myself an expert. I know what the expert really is. X is the past tense, a has been. And we all know what a spurt is now, don't we? That ain't me. Oh. Oh, damn. It's been oh, that's Jay. Jay, have another beer. Is that Lone Mountain? Select truck? No, select truck ain't. You must ask that while I'm trying to figure it out. Lauren, see what's going on. Kobe, what's up? Yeah, actually I blew one up a long time ago, Kobe. But last thing I am is any kind of mechanic. We had Diesel Dog, but I ain't seen him on here in a few nights. Diesel Dog likes his kitty cats. Well, when I said fleet, Jay, I was talking about fleet trucks like Swift and Schneider and all them. So, say what? Behave. Yeah, well, it can be what you make of it, or it can be a nightmare. Yeah, well, good luck with that, Lauren. See, old flatbedder's asking about what you want to know about that cat there. Who was it to ask me that? Kobe. Old flatbedder's asking you about your kitty cat. What you want to know about it? I'll stick it out there in the message, or in a comment rather. But yeah, it ain't been a bad day. I didn't have to get in no hurry today. I got to just poke around a little bit. Met up with Trucker Jim and Jim Bob, Jim Dunn, and got everything kicked off and picked up my load that I'll leave Sunday with. Came back home, went grocery shopping, aggravating Grandma. Ah, yeah, that one that I had, and actually it was in a little Freightliner, believe it or not, and it was just too small for what we was doing. And I kept telling the old boy that he was from New York City at that. And I kept telling him, and he wasn't doing proper maintenance on his equipment. He's one of them that thought it should go 100,000 miles between oil changes. You know the routine. And it just overworked that little motor. Now I seen a pretty nice truck for sale down here. Seen it online. I think it was a 2008 Peter car. Had a kitty cat 500 in it, or 550, 5 something. Low mileage, because I'm quite sure they was using it for logging and whatnot. Hell, he only wanted like 55,000 for it. So, 18 speed, I think he said it had. If I was ever going to get back into owning my own truck, boy, that would have been a pretty decent deal on it. But that was a week or so. I imagine it's gone by now. Uh, Actually, I've talked about the Max before. Now, the Mac makes a good truck if you use it for what it's been made for. I had a Mac dump truck. Boy, it just puts the rest of them all to shame, all the other trucks around. But a lot of those other trucks that were around were road trucks that had been converted into dump trucks. Now, when I drove, actually, I totaled a Mac out. That would have been back in, I guess, around 99 or 2000, somewhere in there, around the 2000 mark. No, it was after that. It had been about 2001 or something. I'd have to ask Grandma. She keeps up with my wrecks better than I do. Uh, but now that old truck, it was a decent enough road truck, except the turning radius on it really sucked. Well, Mac and somebody else, they merged together a while back, and I've been told that these new road Macs are pretty good. My neighbor over here drives a day cab Mac. It's fairly new, like a year old. He loves it. I've talked to several other people that drove the more modern day Macs than I drove, and they tell me that they corrected that steering problem. So Mac makes a pretty good truck. Now, if you're getting a used one, it's always buyer beware on a used truck. Remember, there's a damn good possibility that you're buying someone else's problems, and you don't need someone else's problems. And if it was repoed or something, then you got to watch it that they didn't try to do something stupid to it. Yeah, Mac's good. Well, there you go, old flatbedder. He put it out there for you. I don't know enough to give you a real good answer. Myself, that experience I had with it, that was running Georgia, and I was running 100,000 pound loads in and out of the port down there. And like I said, it just overworked the dickens out of it. But you're not going to be running 100,000 pound containers. So there's a guy that gets on here quite often. He's from Washington. He's a mechanic. His name is Diesel Dog, his screen name. And you might ask him about it. He is a cat guy. He likes his kitty cats and works on a bunch of them. Actually, works on the transmissions more than he does the motors. Oh, them mountains out west there, they tear them transmissions up quite a bit, evidently. Seems like every time oh, you know what? I bet I know why we ain't seen him. He was talking about going to truck driver school. He was wanting to get away from being a wrench bender, and he was talking about going to truck driving school. He might be in school right now. Yeah, Jay, you're showing your age, man. You find a cab over out there anymore, it's an antique somebody's restoring. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I caught y'all kind of late tonight, didn't I? Me and Grandma were watching some TV together, and she went to bed. And I'm not far behind her. Oh, not a problem. Okay, your only problem with that, Kobe, if you want me to say anything, is that that's very seasonal. Unless you can find out if they're doing any kind of a cold storage down there, and then it's still seasonal. So, well, my first truck I drove was a cab over. Now, what else you gonna haul down there out of Georgia? And they rent them straight trucks to go buy them watermelons. Then they take them to a watermelon stand. You need for a big truck full of them, you need to find you an outlet for them, some kind of farmer's market. I don't know where you live, but say Chicago or St. Louis. I used to deliver watermelons to St. Louis farmer's market. And they do the watermelons a lot different nowadays. Nowadays they got them brown totes they put them in. Back in my day, they put straw in your trailer and put watermelons and more straw. And then when they got them all emptied out, here you got this trailer full of some crushed watermelons and straw, and they didn't want to get rid of it. Now you're trying to find a place to get rid of a trailer full of trash. It never was fun, but luckily when I did that, I drove for a old outlaw down there out of, damn, I can't think of nothing tonight. But it was out of Missouri. I can't think the name of the town at the moment. And they had a farm, so anytime we had anything like that, they'd just take it out there to their farm and sweep it out there and let the goats, cows, whatever go eat at it. Or else it'd just turn into fertilizer. Right? Well, I tell you now, if you're going to make a farm truck out of it and not put lots of highway miles on it, uh, best thing you can do is take it to a real mechanic and have them check it out. The second thing that I would do would be see about getting some oil out of it and sending that oil off to be analyzed if you're going to have that kind of time. They can tell you a whole lot from that oil. So that would be my next consideration. But with today's computers and all that, I don't know what it would cost you. Boy, y'all got blurry. I don't know what it would cost you to take it to a truck shop and have them look at it real good, put it on the computer, uh, and all that good stuff, and see what they can tell you from that stuff. And you might ask them before you go in there. Call them up. Uh-huh. No, not really. I've got my tanker endorsements, and I did some off-road tank work, but not highway. It wasn't a true tanker yanker. When I did highway construction back in the late 90s down in South Texas, that's what I did is I drove their local water truck, which was not an 18-wheeler. It was a 10-wheeler. No baffles. That truck didn't have a whole lot of anything. I was lucky it had a seat in it. Oh, okay. Well, Kobe, do some more homework, bro. It ain't sound like an all bad gig that you got. Of course, there ain't no guarantees in life, right? Well, that ain't a bad area. You're not talking about any mountains in that area. That's flatland country. Now you get over in Pennsylvania, yeah, you got a few hills over there, depending upon where you're going and what route you take. Uh, to tell you the truth, Lauren, I think it's a fool's game. Uh, you don't know enough about running a regular truck with regular weights, much less to start running overload, oversized, overweight. I think that's just an accident waiting to happen. To be honest with you, I wasn't gonna say that, but since you asked, I'll tell you. Florida's a hard place to get out of, Kobe. Make sure you have something to get you out of Florida. Of course, you can always head back up to your watermelons, but sometimes depending upon what part of Florida, that can be a long haul. So, well, then you'll enjoy my channel. No, I think you need to get your feet wet. Actually, I know I've seen you on my channel before. Uh, Rolling Stone, that you see me busting his chops, he's a young driver out here. Young in age, he's 30. Young and experienced, like he's only got like 3 months out out away from his trainer. That's where he wants to end up, is heavy hauling. And we've talked about it, and he's got pretty much a 2 to 3 year plan before he even considers it. So where he's at right now, he's running dry box, and he's going to do that a few months. He might switch over to another company, but I told him if he could stay where he's at, which he's having difficulties, neither one of us had thought would rear its ugly head up. He was going to do 6 months in the dry box, and he was going to do 6 months in the reefer unit. Then he was going to go to flatbed for 6 months, and he was going to get a little taste of all of them before he made up his mind. But he thinks he wants to do heavy haul, so we was working him over to that direction. The company that he signed on with does have all these different divisions. So I told him it's a great opportunity for him to stay with one company so that he gets that longevity and don't look like a company hopper. And he could get experience in all these different divisions under the same roof. I don't know if he's going to stay there now or not. I hope not, after some of the stuff that we've learned about the company he's with. So, but that's his goals. But he ain't just jumping right into it. He's getting his feet wet, learning how to do some real trucking, learning how to maneuver the truck and everything else, learning how all these companies work, these brokers work. He's learning the industry and a regular truck. And then he's going to work towards that heavy haul. So you don't want to jump right into the fire. Jump into the skillet first. Get your feet wet and see what you think of the industry. She ain't talking about your weight there, Jay. Well, Pensacola ain't that bad at all. Not no more. I used to. Well, good night, O3. I appreciate you subscribing, bro. I assume you're bro. I have mostly men on my channel. Been there and done the span trailer. Did that when I was doing the Highline work. What year is the truck there, Kobe? Hi, Becky. Well, I got a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch in the library. Depending upon what you're in a hankering for today. You want to hear a little gospel, simple word of God's on there. You want to hear trucking, so you want to be a trucker. There's then my son's got some from overseas. I got a few from around the country. There's a whole bunch of videos to watch. Right? So you're going to build it into a show truck, or it already is? You know, depending on what year it is and all that, dude, if it's an older truck that ain't been on the road and taken care of, you do need to have that motor checked out before you go taking off and finding yourself stranded in the middle of nowhere with a big repair bill. That ain't fun for nobody. You're doing all right, Jay. I'm ignoring you most of the time. ah. Mid 70s, early 80s, Ford L9. Boy, I drove one about that same damn year. That old Ford that I drove, I was pulling Ford freight with it when I first started pulling Ford freight, and it was an 18-speed. I don't have to tell them what happened when a coil comes loose. All they got to do is look at them videos from the other day. Well, you know, they have a classification just for working show trucks. But you sure are talking a lot of miles for an old truck. Well, you need to make sure that thing is in immaculate shape. If you're going to work it, you want that money to go to Chrome, not to the mechanic. Much less to the Dragon Wagon. Oh. Well, I'm going to have me one more cigarette. Give y'all just a few more minutes. Then I'm going to call it a night. Go in there and see if Grandma and the puppy dog left me any room in her bed. It's her bed except on the weekends. Then it's ours. Oh, what the heck. Chrome don't get you home, that's true, but it makes a nice ride. We got any more questions or anything like that, folks? Let's go ahead and spit them out. You ever get your bike fixed, Jay? I know you was waiting on a piece for it. Because Chrome don't get you home, right? I knew if I took my glasses off, somebody'd make a comment. I sit there and stare at you until somebody says something. Is it a full moon tonight? Z-Fan, you have a nice evening. Appreciate you coming in. Oh, God bless. Paul, what's going on, brother? Yeah, I'm kicking back in the house. I actually got home like Wednesday night, but I had or I'm sorry, it was Thursday night. No, it wasn't. It was Wednesday night I got home, spent Thursday at the house, did a little work today, and got to leave out Sunday. So it was an extended, long, broke weekend. But that's because I worked last weekend. Remember, I decided to stay out. All right, Kobe. Let me know what you do, man. I'll be interested. So, well, God bless you too, Z. You have a great evening. Say what? All right, my good fellow friends. I appreciate you coming in on short notice. I'm going to wrap this thing up. See if I can get me a little bit of sleep. Y'all remember, good Lord love you, and so do I. Y'all have a blessed evening now. Oh, I hear you, Paul. Yep, I was at home, JJ. You too, say what? Y'all have a great evening now. Appreciate you coming in. Good night.